Hello, everybody.
I see Ona.
Hey, Ona. So I went back and looked at our Humane Society fundraiser. We're up to $29.83 last time I checked in donations. Thank you all for your donations to Humane Society.
Thank you.
I had a few people that sent donations to my PayPal, and I will forward those on to Humane Society, but please don't do that anymore. When we have the donate button, please use the donate button. When you donate to my PayPal, it gets reported to my income and I have to pay taxes on it. When you use the donate button, it goes straight to them and it doesn't affect my tax situation. So I had like 3 people that donated to me that night. And I was like, oh gosh, I'll send it on, but don't do that again in the future because I then have to cover the taxes on it. So anybody got plans this week? I don't have any set plans. I might go live one night, but I don't have set plans.
No, me and Spirit gonna have a fight because I ain't been asleep in 3 days. But other than that,
what? You haven't slept in 3 days.
Well, it's been like I'll go to sleep and then I'll have a dream and then I'll wake back up and then I'll go to sleep. It's for like 20 minutes, mind you. It's like 20 minutes at a time. So
it's interrupted sleep.
Yes, I feel like a giraffe. I think they sleep 5 minutes a week or something like that. Oh my gosh.
Well, they probably need to get a better pillow from My Pillow Guy, to put their heads on.
I might go live sometime this week. I did a grand tableau. I still got a couple more to do. Because you were saying I did bar. I need to go back and review that one. We just did Putin Friday night on a quick and dirty.
Yep, we did a Putin one Friday night after the live stream and the after show. Becca threw a quick and dirty one that was really interesting.
And then Johnie was recommending that I do one on Lindsey Graham. And I think I should also probably do one on Pompeo. So we'll see. We'll see what my week is looking like with work and mom and everything. But I'll try.
Cool. Sure. Well, let's see. I got Artie here. Artie got a antibiotic shot yesterday. He's got an upper sinus infection. So that's part of why he's been sneezing a little bit. He's doing better, but he's still sneezing a little bit. He's sleeping better, but let me just get him out of the way. If you guys missed it, in the last 2 minutes of the live stream Friday night, there was a great slappity slap fake cat fight going on, but from the angle, it looked like a real one. It was quite hysterical. It was like a staged cat fight.
Thank you, Impish.
Thank you, Impish. So let's see. Let's start with the police reform bill. Are we going to see the police reform bill go through?
Thank you, Nancy. It's like everything I got everything but the Ten of Swords on here. I got the Page of Swords, Five of Swords, Tower, Devil, but the Knight of Wands, Wheel of Fortune, Queen of Swords. Yes, but it's going to take quite some time. I don't think it's going to be no time soon, especially not under Biden, I don't think. But if you can get everything rolling in the same direction, you can do anything. But you have the Page of Swords, so it starts out with the negativity. The Six of Swords, it does have some progress, but it carries a lot of baggage. Thank you, Larry. With the Six of Swords. The Five of Swords in the Tower, there is a position of strength that one side can take. And Jen has a lot of emails, and so it's hard for her to answer your email. So if it's not something important, put it in the comments, not the email. The email is used for business. But there's a Tower in the Five of Swords. So it's once all of the garbage is broken down, then you can start to make progress. But it's going to take a while.
I agree. I get fighting across the aisle on this, a lot of anxiety. There's a commitment to it. I do have justice on the bottom, so I think eventually it will go through like they're planning to, and then it's like, walking away from it. But then I get that same thing, the Knight of Wands, the Queen of Swords moving in and defending it. I feel like there'll be some slight changes to it, but I think, yes, ultimately, but it's going to be a while. I don't see it staying intact the way it is.
I get a public change of power. So they may reform the power structures there, or they may perhaps reform how it's financed here. When it happens, I don't know. Maybe closer to the winter, maybe. I don't know. So...
yeah, it seems like it'll take a while. Well, from police reform, we had several people ask us about Karen Garner. She is the 73-year-old with dementia from Colorado that was arrested over a $14 shoplifting charge where the police roughed her up, and his female partner just stood there and let it happen too. She didn't step in. 73 years old, weighed less than 100 pounds, under 5 feet tall, and they dislocated her shoulder. They pulled her arm up so high, they broke her arm, dislocated her shoulder. The police that were reviewing the video, one of them was laughing. There was a video of them reviewing the video, and he goes, the body cam video. He goes, "Did you hear that pop?" and started laughing. It was like, oh my God, you people. So the two officers resigned, but I want to look first. The family is suing. She obviously had dementia. She just kept saying, "I want to go home. I'm going home. I want to go home." How's the family lawsuit going to go first? It was horrible. It's a very difficult video to watch. So, if you can't stand to watch stuff like that, don't. It was like watching the George Floyd video. Makes me sick. It just makes me sick.
Those officers have resigned, that article said, but the family, of course, still wants some kind of justice here. $13.88. You did all that.
He kept saying she was resisting. She was standing there and just said, "I'm going home. I'm going home." You could tell she wasn't right. She wasn't resisting anything, and he threw her to the ground.
What you do is, because we've had this many, I've been in retail long enough, we've had this many a times. You sit them down somewhere and you take your stuff back in the store and then wait for whoever to come pick them up. You don't have to yank them to the ground and all. Anyway.
You send in one of those other teams that can deal with someone that has dementia. So how's this going to go for the family? Ooh, Tower.
I believe there will be some reciprocity. There will be some, with the moon and the wheel of fortune, there will be some sort of settlement. There's something else, though, here.
Mhm.
I don't understand quite what it is, but the Two of Wands means that this is either just starting or the Page of Pentacles. There's some sort of document, some sort of something like this. For whatever reason, I have the Nine of Swords at the end. This feels like this gets worse somehow. And that's disturbing. But I get the Ten of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles, Two of Swords, and Two of Pentacles. It's like for some odd reason, yes, they'll get some sort of settlement here. Not to mention this was caught on camera, so they likely can't say they didn't do it, and the cops resigned, blah, blah, blah. But somehow or some way, this gets worse.
I get the same thing, Johnny. I get like there's a lot of illumination from an investigation, but it's all in secret. And some commitment or contract going on. Something is going to change because of it. And then I see them also battling the corporation, so maybe battling Walmart too. We're going to hear about it. There's a lot of details that we don't know yet, but we're going to hear. I get a celebration, like they win the lawsuit, but then something changes. There's some people working together on the side. There's another payout, and then there's maybe somebody going to jail over this.
I'd kill somebody if they did that to my mom. I mean,
It was awful. What are you getting, Becca?
I'm getting that there's going to be a financial settlement, but there may also be a situation where that this is something that is cyclical. It's routine, and so that might cause something to grow here. So I don't know if these people have a history of doing this, if you start looking a little bit deeper, but there's a person here that's powerful, that overpowers others, and then something grows out of this. And it's routine here.
Like he's got a history of doing this to other people.
This is cycles, this is routine, and this grows here. And then changing in power here, or improving power, so overpowering somebody. So perhaps they may find that there's people within the ranks that have this sort of characteristic, that it's not just this one guy. It's probably, maybe could be others in that department.
All because you're resisting arrest, like, okay, you're supposed to protect and serve. When someone has dementia, you're not supposed to break their arms and dislocate their shoulders.
And then laugh about it.
And then laugh, the guys at the office when they were reviewing the body cam video, just laughing about it. It's 666. Okay, so do any of the Trump kids feel threatened by Rudy's raid? Becca, you were talking about there was something about the kids coming up in Rudy's grand tableau. So this will be interesting. Do any of the Trump kids feel threatened by the raid on Rudy's?
I'm going to sit this one out.
Electronics, okay. Okay, yes card just fell out. He's getting emotional.
When I saw Peggy Breen. Hi, Peggy.
Peggy.
I think if it's anybody, it's Jared. There's a man here. I only get one man though. There's a Queen of Wands, but that's a judge to me. So there might be some sort of maybe a search warrant for him too. But the problem is, if it's Jared, it kicks off other things. Because if you go search Jared, then you'll find something on the rest of them because they're all, slimy and gross. But there is a community of them. So it's kind of around him. If you go and you search him, you are going to find Ivanka. You're going to find boy 1 and boy 2. So eventually, yes, they will be. They don't really have a choice because it's all coming. 3 of Wands. This is just starting, though. All of this will be over time. This is an overtime thing. It's all going to mature.
And it's funny that you said that because I was watching Michael Cohen interview the other day on MSNBC. And he had mentioned the same thing. And then it's funny that also because in that article that was on the Daily Beast, where they showed the screenshots of the text messages between Greenberg and Stone. Roger Stone. It did mention Rudy Giuliani and Jared Kushner in those text messages. So there's a big old loop-de-loop about a bunch of people and a bunch of stuff there somewhere. So.
Yeah. Something that was manipulated. It's like this could be one of the things that brings justice for Trump. It's like going to link him in because Justice had walked away. Barr put the block on the search warrant before, but there's like contracts and commitments, and there's all 3. There's at least 3 people involved in this, and corruption involved in this. They're going to be looking at who is the money man. And I think you were picking up on the money person, weren't you, Becca, with the woman who we're going to read on next, the lawyer associate of Rudy's.
Yeah, but I was having a hard time because I did 2 GTs on him, and one of them shows the woman that he worked with, but then the other one shows the ambassador.
Okay.
I was trying to compare the 2.
Yeah, so they're going to be looking at the money person. That person, like, there's going to be backstabbing on that person. So whoever the money person is, there's going to be somebody flipping. And like Johnie said, like, this is just getting started. But I get there's going to be a lot of attention and a lot of communication about all the details coming. And that is causing, for the kids, that's causing a lot of anxiety. They're going to bully one of them. So I think they're going to try to flip one of the kids. A lot of treachery going on. One of them is trapped right in the middle of it. So whether that's Jared or one of the 3 kids, somebody is trapped right in the middle of it. And it's directly associated with Trump. Like they were the go-between to Trump. Like they kept Trump informed of what was going on. So, yeah, one of them's going to have a hard time with this. So, feeding off that, Victoria Toensing, and I don't know if I'm pronouncing her name correctly, but Toensing, she's the associate of Rudy's, the lawyer, that was also served a warrant. So, will she get indicted?
What is her name again, Jenny, if you don't mind?
Victoria Toensing, Toensing.
Thank you.
Right, Miles, we asked for questions on our community tabs before we go live on Sunday. So like Saturday night, Sunday morning, we post, you can put your questions in there for next week. Next week we'll be on House of Lenormand channel. Victoria, is she going to get indicted? What's this mean for her?
Ugh.
Girl, you in danger.
So I think that I'm gonna say yes, she will be indicted or investigated or something of that nature. There is a case that they have been building for some time with the Ten of Swords and the Hermit. There was a loss to something that triggered this in particular investigation. So, and mind you, it wasn't investigating her. She just came up in the investigation. Thus, they started investigating her as well. So, whoever it is that she is connected to, it's governmental, it's bullying, and with the Five of Cups, I think it was also a bit of theft or sabotage too. So, whoever that was in a higher role or higher rank, could have even been a religious institution or something to have to do with well, won't go there, but anyway. there is a case being built against her, but it's been happening. So yeah, this is just kind of chickens come home to roost with the world and the Five of Pentacles. So yeah, she will be indicted and investigated, or she has been investigated already, but I think she will be indicted on something too.
Yeah, I get she's holding something really close to her chest that is gonna throw her out in the cold. I get justice is already coming for her. There's a new start, a new inspiration on her with a foreign leader. And this foreign leader, she worked with a long time to try to burden things. And I get my treason card. I get she's the bagman too. So I think that's your bagman, Becca. And then trying to put an end to something. So, you know, be that Ivanovich or whoever, trying to put an end to that ambassadorship. She did a lot of negotiations, but she gets the sword of truth on her and an action taken on her. She gets an offer, so I don't know if they'll try to flip her. But she affected our security through Russia, through a commitment to Russia. She's getting a lot of judgment on her too. So I think they'll try to flip her.
That's what I was getting, foreign sabotage.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say anything. I mean, it could just be saying she delivered a box. You know? Or news that she is having a serious loss, news that she's seriously ill, like physically ill. But we'll just leave it there. That was woman, coffin, writer. Okay, so
Maybe somebody taking her out. So Ivanovich, will Biden bring her back under his administration, either as ambassador or some kind of role? She was anti-corruption. She was wrongfully ousted.
Can we look at her husband too? The Victorian lady, or I think it's the ex-husband or husband. I forget which one. D Genova, something like that. Oh crap! What is his name? Because he was connected with her and Giuliani too. I got his name somewhere in here, I think.
Genova,
Mm-hmm.
American lawyer, political commentator who served as a U.S. attorney for the District of Columbia. They're partners in their Washington, D.C. law firm.
He was a Trump lawyer, I do believe. Yeah, Joseph D. Genova.
Yeah, in November 2020, Trump named him and Tone Singh and Sidney Powell and Jenna Ellis to join the legal team led by Giuliani to overturn the election. So he's involved.
That's a dream team.
There you go. There you go. We'll look at him next. So is Ivanovich going to come back?
I get a yes. There's a 2 of wands, so something is in motion. It still can go either way because she could still turn it down, but the White House here with the 4 of wands is issuing an offer to the Queen of Pentacles. So it's still, I guess, basically up to her naturally, but if I was to say yes or no, I go with yes.
I get a yes too. Like, she's very secure and they're still asking her questions right now. So I think she's probably still working with investigators. If she climbs to higher ground, she's very clear thinking and moves forward. And here's my big yes. Like, yes, because of working with foreign leaders. So I think and helping to manage that, I think and justice coming in for too. I think they'll bring her back as an ambassador of some kind where she's working with foreign leaders. What are you getting, Becca?
I'm getting a maybe. There may be somebody new that's an ambassador that will work on a project, but she does have the experience here for the project. So maybe.
Let's look at Joseph de Genova. He's 76 years old. Like, is that the way you want to go out? In all this kind of crap?
Who is he?
He's Victoria Tonsing's wife or husband. And he was also Donald Trump's lawyer and Rudy Giuliani's go-between between him and Firtash, where he got $1 million loan from all them too.
Oh, so what's the question on?
I want to say if he'll be investigated and indicted.
Okay.
Because he was also involved in the Stop the Steal campaign by Rudy.
Which means he probably has something to do with the insurrection too.
Mm-hmm.
I get yes, but it's financial. There is the 5 of Cups here and the 6 of Wands. Something is going to be like blaring. This is going to be center of attention. It's going to be a very big deal when it's looked at him. The Sun and the Ace of Pentacles. So it's heavily involved in money. It ends in the 9 of Pentacles, personal money. I get the 3 of Wands, so it could be overseas, but I don't get any other cards that indicate that it's foreign, but I'm pretty sure it is because they all get their money from foreign sources, but it's going to be financial. But I do get the Ace of Swords saying yes, though.
Maybe for not registering as a foreign agent or lobbyist. I get it's financial too. Like find. It's kind of like pick your charge. Which one do you want? But it'll end up being financial because he's part of the money bag thing, like the carrier of the money. He's already embattled here because of his wife getting all her stuff taken. And we're going to hear more on this. It's moving in very quickly on him. He is trying to block legal issues, but they're going to move forward on him. And again, it's because of his involvement with a foreign leader and him making money off of it himself personally. He's put in defense mode. They are definitely going to come after him. And I'm going to say this is his wife through the court system. And he's going to be made destitute. He may even lose his home. he's gonna lose something financial. What are you getting, Becca?
There's a warrant. There hasn't been one already. There may be one coming soon, not just for him, but quite possibly for a child as well. I don't know if these two have kids or if there was a kid involved. It could be a warrant for the child. Here.
Why do these people procreate? It's like they all have evil kids too.
I don't know if they had a child that was involved or that child was in reference to somebody else, but it could just be a new warrant, and it could also be a warrant, like a search warrant or something for one of, if they have a child that was involved, for one of their kids.
Oh, man. The Capitol pipe bomber has not been found yet from the January 6th insurrection. Purely for entertainment purposes, only YouTube. Will they find him? Or her? Or them?
I almost want to say no. If they do, it's a ways from here. There's 4 people, though. 2 men, 2 women, I get. But if they do, it's a ways from here. I think, well, it's 5 people altogether, but 4 people that you would know right off the back and 1 person in the government.
I think one of the insurrectionists they've already caught is giving information on the bomber. Interesting. I have the tower on the bottom, but whoever, like, here's the insurrection. There's an inside person that knows something, and also a connection to the White House. The bomber themselves right now is laying low, but they're getting backstabbed by somebody because investigators moved in on someone else. So I think, yes, we're going to see charges moving in on people. I've got 2 women in particular. I've got Queen of Pentacles and Queen of Wands. It's going to take a little time because somebody is whistleblowing, and there's another partnership that we haven't seen yet. So maybe looking into who funded this, as well as, like, who else were they partnering with. What are you getting, Becca?
The same thing. There's a transaction here, some sort of shopping. So I don't know if they were looking at where these materials were purchased, which would be insane to me because they're going to have to look for, but there's a partnership of some sort of agreement here to reach a goal. So I would say yes, this might take a little bit of time because it lands here in Anchor. Anchor is slow. This is very slow. But eventually, yes, and it could come through some sort of a shopping receipts, or where people were routine shopping, or where it was funded from, something like that. But it's going to take a little bit of time, but yes.
That makes sense, because every time they do catch people like that, they look for the receipts where they bought the supplies.
And here's another thing too with the fish and ring, it could be a promise to pay. So if the FBI has like on the FBI's most wanted, like here's a reward for details on this person, it may come through that way too, you know. So but they catch them. So, and I know that the internet people have been looking at details, trying to look at the shoes and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like little things.
Yeah. So the Cyber Ninjas, the group that's auditing Arizona, the guy that runs that is Doug Logan. He's a conspiracy theorist, and supports the insurrectionists and all that crap. So is he going to get investigated by the FBI or DOJ?
What's his name?
Doug Logan. Doug Logan. Thank you, Sunflower.
And thank you, Lisa and Sunflower, for typing out the questions too.
Oh, yes.
I think he and his entire ilk, there's a group of them that are crossed by the justice card. And they're all like-minded people. So, yes, there's going to be a whole group of them. They get investigated. The problem is tying down material evidence or something that you can take to court and make a very, very strong case. Thank you, John. But there's something here, though, that they can find. It's just going to be hard to nail down enough evidence to get cases brought. But yes, the Two of Wands and the Fool, this is just beginning. There's going to be a lot more than just him. Once some more light is shed as well. There is also something about funding from a very powerful person, some influence here. There's some funding to him and some other people, which is probably why they start looking into them a little harder. But yes, they will.
Yeah, what are you getting, Becca?
I get a yes. The entire network suffers. So whoever, not just him and his little clique of people down there, but the entire network of people involved in this quackadoodle stuff suffers, and then it grows from there. So, and it's really deeply rooted once they start getting into it. So I would say yes.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of sneaky stealing stuff going on, and an action taken against a whole group of them that collaborated together. That, you know, they tried to change from Biden. You know, that the treason card they tried to change from Biden, and went charging in on the insurrection. So I think his charges are going to come up about the insurrection. And you know, Trump lost, and they tried to change the balance of it. He is an inside person in this, so they will move forward on him. I get celebrations and justice, and then I get you know, he may be put away, some anxiety here. He may be put away for some hard time. So yeah, he looks like he's definitely involved.
He needs a therapist couch.
All these people need to have their heads examined. I really get it.
So if they take him down, then what does that mean for the Cyber Ninjas audit?
As the devil comes flying out.
I mean, that audit is so stupid. It's like we all see what you're trying to do. They even have Republicans from, was it Maricopa County, that are saying this is ridiculous that they're doing this.
And who's paying for it? The Arizona taxpayer?
Yeah.
I would be effing livid. I would be suing whoever made that decision and say, give me my money back and invest it into schools and whatever else needs fixing, not some scam artist.
Hey, Cindy McCain, who the Republicans in Arizona tried to censure, and she goes, yeah, John was censured one time by them. She goes, it means nothing. She was like, this is absolutely ridiculous. They need to move on and accept that Biden is our president.
So what is the question, Jenny? What happens to the cyber ninjas?
To the cyber ninjas audit.
Okay.
There's the devil again. I should have kept you out. I understand. It gets highlighted here with the 10 of cups. That's them, the cyber ninjas. 6 of wands, it becomes the center of attention. Here with the devil and the 3 of wands, however, it means that it is itself investigated, or it is in itself incomplete, because it's not the 4 of pentacles. It's not a complete thing. And then of course you have the 9 of swords, thank you Pam, and the 7 of swords, which means that it's a farce and a fallacy from the beginning. And it ends with the 10 of swords. It's annulled or destroyed or ignored or whatever the case may be. I think this is what's going to happen to it anyway, because I have the Wheel of Fortune. It's inevitable. It's because you lost. You're not going to change the election. It's what, May the 2nd. So thank you, Letitia. You think that Joe Biden's going to say, okay, well, you won Arizona, so I'll just go home and you can be president again? Like, stop it. Like, cut it out.
Well, like, they'll use it for leverage for other states to demand recounts, but it's like, here they are trying to change votes because they can't accept how the election went. But I get they're going to get burdened and have to walk away. But I do feel like they're trying to change votes. They're going to get blocked by the courts when they try to fight it in the courts. Guess what? You lose again. You lost the election. Everybody knows you're trying to shift votes, that it's all a ploy. So there's healing coming for Arizona. But yeah, this is a big old mess. What are you getting, Becca?
The significant results of the election to transfer power to the House is going to be disputed. Also, hold on, the result, it backlashes, it ends in trouble for them, but also there's going to be something really significant here in regards to the election and them abusing power. People there locally abusing power. So if this is your entourage, your home base, I would not be surprised if the people that okayed this end up getting in trouble. Because
As they should.
Because it's abuse of power.
So go recount with blue and black pens.
And put them under lights and ruin the ballots and use taxpayer money to do it. Not Donald Trump, not the RNC, taxpayer money. So
recounts is something he's supposed to pay for.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So when I saw the interview with Cindy McCain, she sounded very politician-like. Is she got some political aspirations now?
Cindy McCain?
Yeah, John McCain's wife. She's got a new book out. Well, she's doing a little bit of a book press, but because of what's going on in Arizona, everybody keeps asking her about it. And she sounds very like a politician. Is she going to run for office?
I think she just knows how to use words. With the Queen of Wands, the Page of Wands, and the Ace of Swords, it would tell me yes, but it's not a yes. I think she just knows how to use words to sound like a general speaker, aka a politician. So she knows how to BS. She knows how to answer a question without answering a question. She knows how to do that. And she also has a bit of an anchor with the name too, to where she has to sound like a McCain. She has to sound like her husband was who he was for 99 years. So I don't think she's running for office. I just think that's the way she speaks when she's in public.
Which makes me wonder what the hell happened to her daughter. My father, my father, my
That happened.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, I guess she's not accepting all the backstabbing that's going on in the Republican Party. So she's moving into action and collaborating with people. But I get it's more as a support thing for votes and stuff, helping to transition the party, because she's a good speaker. She does stand on higher ground, and I think she'll be traveling a lot, campaigning, campaigning. Thank you. Oh, I missed who that was. Thank you, Miss Brazil.
I get no. She's just being very loyal to the person that's in office right now. But her loyalties are small, if you're picking up what I'm putting down. Like, she'll kind of walk sort of in the door, but not all the way through, because the agenda is not her agenda. See what I'm saying? So it's small loyalty. It's just like family, you know?
If she gets somebody that she could stand behind, that's not like what these other Republicans are doing, she would probably get behind them.
She's more in line with, like, politically with, like, what's his face, the guy from Utah. That's the reasonable person now in the Senate. What's his name? Romney. She's more in line with Romney.
He also is, he was at 798 to 711. They tried to censure him too.
Yep. She's more in line with that politic than she is with the Democrat. So her loyalties are small. They're not huge. So that's what I get. So
I want to take a look at Kevin McCarthy, because he's like, after complaining to Trump, get these people off of out of the White House. These are your people. And now he's all up his butt and he's protecting Matt Gaetz. And he won't say yay or nay about Liz Cheney. What's going to happen to his political career? What's going on with Kevin McCarthy, minority leader in the House? Johnny seems very interested by his first card.
It's a lot of crap on it. Because already there's a lion at the beach. So it was telling me that there's something about him that's out of place. So, and it's his money. There's going to be possibly a withdrawing of finance. I don't know why. He may be losing some money or losing some sort of ground and position to Democrats as well. So my Democrat card pops up with the 10 of Cups. But there's something else. Thank you, Cold Toes. There's something else here with the Moon card. He's getting ready to lose a lot of finance, or getting ready to lose a fight over finance, possibly. But there's some finance here that's being withdrawn with the Four of Pentacles. So I don't really get a political question or a political answer. I get him personally is about to go through a financial hardship, whether it's just in the Senate or whether it's him personally.
I feel like it's campaign donations and possibly like from overseas. Because because he's a Republican. That's what they do. They get money from overseas. He's the businessman of the party, and something surprising is going to come up because a commitment he had changed, and it's changing the money. But the money is coming from overseas. Like it's from overseas. He's going to have a rough road ahead of him. It wouldn't surprise me if Nancy ends up throwing him out for this because there's money news coming out after an investigation. And again, it involves like a foreign leader and the White House that he is strongly involved with. I get the justice card. I get, my money laundering card and my bully card. This is all going to take a while, though. Hangman. There's some kind of campaign finance crap he's going to get caught up in. What are you getting, Becca?
I get that his celebrity that he's maintained to the public. There's news that he could be hitting the wall. Now, it could also be in regards to him hitting the wall and the entire party under his leadership hitting a wall because they're trying to block the public here on the maps. You see what I'm saying? So it's support of voter suppression. And also that he's a jackass. So it's like he's going to head into some serious trouble. And there's also something really weird here about social media that causes him a huge problem. So I don't know what that is, but yeah.
Maybe over protecting Matt Gaetz. Thank you, Ian. Ian from Bonnie, Scotland. So let's take a look at Lindsey Graham because we were talking about this the other night, that something is up. Becca's getting her spidey senses up on Lindsey.
I'm going to sit this one out because I'm going to do a grand tableau. If you guys are up for it, maybe in the after show so I can jot it down and pick your brains. So I'm going to sit this one out.
Okay. Yeah. For those that don't know, when Becca throws a grand tableau, she goes over it like for hours before she goes live with it and shows you guys. She drills out all the, follows the chains around and stuff.
It's just hard when you don't have, when it's not a person like you guys where I can get feedback from and know what I'm looking at. So it's like I have to try to look at it from all these different angles and it gets very overwhelming. So.
But that is what happens when a person is dedicated to their thing. I'm a hush because I was going to go somewhere else with it. Anywho, what was we saying? What was we reading on this?
Lindsey Graham.
Lindsey Graham. Okay. Oh, was there just a general?
Yeah, I was just going to general, like, what's up with him this year, maybe.
Okay. He and Trump are plotting something.
Well, they're doing a giveaway of a free golf outing with Trump and Lindsey. Like, they're doing a like donation giveaway or something. Like you could win this. It's another grift. It's another.
You have to donate to be put in the drawing or whatever.
Yeah, I didn't hear all the details. I just know it's a golf outing with Trump and Lindsey. Like, gee, who would want to spend an afternoon with them?
I would, so I can cuss both of y'all out from the top of your head to the bottom of your head.
and then run them over with the golf cart, both of them.
You ain't the president no more, so I don't feel like I'm disrespecting the president. You wasn't the president to begin with, but I got some words. But him and that child is doing something with the Fool and the Six of Pentacles. They're going to be spending a lot of time together. They're going to be doing something under the cover of night type thing with this, with the 7 of Swords and the 4 of Swords. They're out of, it's the same thing to where people with cheering and baby cheering out there, you know, once they're silent, they're like my niece was once time, and I'm sitting there, I can't hear her, and then all of a sudden I smell bleach. And my sister at the time had dark blue carpet, so fill in the blanks on that. They're doing something to somebody's carpet here.
Did he have a little accident?
I think he did, because there's a lot of spillage here, but there's some I don't want to say partying, because it's not, when I hear the word party, I think, you know, social get together. It's more of a dinner meeting or something of that nature. They're plotting, because here with the Empress, they're going to do something new. It may have something to do with this campaign, but it feels like something attack wise, almost, to where there's somebody they're going after, or somebody that they're trying to, Biden, somebody that they're trying to center in on. They need a smear campaign, because mind you, if he really wants to run for president, then that's the one you need to target. But there's also going to be some huge failings that happen too. This is the 3 of Swords. So they're about to lose one thing, and they are plotting to do another. Both of them.
I get that there's illumination on unfinished work that he did, that he's been doing for a long time, on either something to do with money or votes. And this is going to burden him because it's a betrayal. And it has to do with the loser Trump. You know, it's like every time I pull the full card, I pull the loser card with it. Like, you still lost. You know, trying to change things about who was going to be the boss in the White House. And there's an investigation coming in on this, either money or votes. So I can't feel like, is it the money or is it the votes? It's going to cause him major anxiety because he was trying to steal something, and there is an action taken against him. There's like a network he was working with, and he was like doing a lot of talking in this network. So I kind of feel like it has to do with the votes. But a lot of details on that, and I get justice coming for him.
Could that possibly be the phone calls in Georgia, even though there is no evidence of that other than that one person's accusations of him?
There were like 4 states that said that Lindsay called them. You know, there were 4, like Arizona was one of them. Pennsylvania, I think, was one, in Michigan. He called other states.
I am willing to put my head on the guillotine. He did that same thing in his home state, because there is no way. He was on Fox News dancing for his dinner, begging for money.
Yeah.
There's no way he won. None. He cheated.
When you do your tableau, see if you get anything about weapons in there too.
Hold on. Let me get a pen, Johnny.
Weapons or even NRA.
Oh, okay. Okay. I'm writing it down now.
Is there anything you want to look at deeper on him, Johnny?
Okay, I'm gonna go this spending time with Trump. They're plotting probably something for his. I can't really even say, because we never got that Trump is really legitimately trying to run for president. Is he just trying to? Oh Lord, now I'm going down the rabbit hole here. It's like, is he trying to help him gain money? And then we'll go with yes on that one. So is he the new Michael Cohen, to where he's going to be Trump's fixer until he gets in trouble himself? Because he's his right-hand man all of a sudden.
He'll be the new fall guy for Trump.
I don't get it with these people. What is going on? The guy probably smells like a pile of crap. You know, everybody around him has fallen. They've gone to jail. They've been, indicted, and people are still flocking to do his business. I don't get it.
Let's ask it this way, Johnie. Why is Lindsey still working with Trump?
In his little interview that I stomached watching, he said Trump has magic.
Yeah, it's racism. That's what it's.
So why are you still with him?
Why are you still spending so much time with Trump? Why are you still brown nosing him? Which is very easy to get a brown nose with those poopy diapers.
He has no power. I don't understand.
Personal wealth.
He doesn't
He
even
said
have
he's his friend too. How is a fake person your friend?
Look at what he did to all his other friends. Threw them all.
And that's another thing. You see, it's not like you don't see. You see that everybody else has suffered.
It's about money.
Golly.
It's about gifts of money.
What a maroon. I do think that I didn't get it here, but I remember. Oh, this is the same thing. He likes Trump's lifestyle too. This jet setting, spend other people's money, walk around the golf course, not a care in the world. You can say what you want.
Don't pay your bills.
Yeah, he wants to be Trump, I think. Because he has a problem with his own identity. So I think he wants to be him in a way. 2 of Wands, 3 of Wands. It's always on to the next thing. It's never really completing anything. It's flying by the seat of your pants. And it's him personally. He does not have the kind of life he really wants with the 3 of Swords and the High Priestess. There's just more that he wants out of life, and he sees that in Trump. And so I think he's that's his magnet. That's the person he'd rather be around than to be comfortable with himself. He likes the money and the this and the that, and the greed is taking over now.
He also seems to be burdened by the Department of Justice and investigations that are going on and new actions. And he's support for the loser. Like, he doesn't like the way investigations are going, because as you put the other night, Johnie, they're circling the wagons around Trump before they go in for Trump, right? So he doesn't like what he's seeing, how the wagons are circling for Trump. It makes him very, very anxious. And he's worried about being put out in the cold, and rightly so, because there's something about security that's going to get illuminated that's treasonous, that may cause him to have to go away. I feel like he cooperated in the insurrection somehow, and America's going to put him on the defense for that. There's messaging involved.
You know who he's butt kissing now too? Joe Manchin, because Joe Manchin is basically a Republican.
Mm-hmm.
So he's been all up Joe Manchin's butt.
This card is very interesting. This ended his reading. If this ain't Trump and Lindsey, I don't know who is. They're searching for the money, but the dirt they dug the money up already, but they don't see it. And so he's still looking for it here. And they're going deeper and deeper and deeper, trying to find something that was in their face.
That's already been exposed.
Mm-hmm. Good Lord.
Well, speaking of Joe Manchin, he did that interview with USA Today and was talking about how he was friendly with Trump and talks to him, blah, blah. It's the same as Lindsey, right? but Trump had offered him like Secretary of Energy or something, and he turned it down because he didn't want to lose a Democratic seat. It's like you're all up his butt. Like, is he a plant? Is he a plant? Is he a fake Democrat?
Thank you, Sue. I'm going to go with yes. There's an imbalance to his collaboration. So he's, as they call him, Rhino. I guess he's Dino, so he's Democrat in name only. His work here goes through a perspective change often, and it is based upon what he can gain. So you can buy his loyalty. So no, he is not a Democrat. And he does like Trump.
He might be transitioning to a Republican Party. He might change parties here. But he's corrupt too. What are you getting, Becca?
I guess that his home state that he represents, his residents, it's very small. This was, is he a Republican? These are all neutral cards. So I asked, does he have Republican ideologies? And I felt there. So yeah.
Yeah, it's like everything you try to negotiate with him, he's going to fight you on it. And particularly, the laws and legal things, he supports the Republican agenda, but he defends himself for why he does. I get that he is very burdened right now by the Justice Department and investigations that are going on. And that I get, yes, he's a very strong Republican, but he may transition to the Republican Party. There's corruption and money stuff going on with him too, that he gets trapped in and causes anxiety. So
he's already come out and said it before too. Like when the guy that was Marine Corps that ran against him, and he's like, "I'll just run Republican." Those were the words out of Joe Manchin's mouth. Like
he has no loyalty to nobody except his money.
Yeah, well, everybody in West Virginia starves. He doesn't care. He doesn't care.
He's got a rough road ahead of him, though. There's some kind of corruption he gets involved in.
When is he up for re-election? Because I got House Child Crossroads. So I'm wondering, and the Crossroads is an action card. So I'm wondering if he ends up switching parties before his next election and makes the Democrats the minority. See what I'm saying? Like, because it says that it's small, and then there's a split.
Thank you, Sean. Let's see.
Because if he goes Republican before his next term, that would get
his term ends in 2025, so he'll be running in 2025 or 2026.
Mm-hmm. Yep, because if he splits, you'll get Mitch McConnell again.
Now Mitch will be gone by then.
The next demon in line.
Well, because all this stuff is coming up about the trips to Russia and Ivanovich and everything else, I kind of want to look at Devin Nunes and Ron Johnson too. So let's look at Devin Nunes first.
What's the question?
Because Devin went over and met with Firtash also in Austria. So is Devin Nunes going to get dragged into this investigation that Rudy's stirring up. Being very quiet right now.
Just his first card.
Yeah, he was involved in the midnight run to the White House and stuff. So
Yeah, his is on the way. Justice and Two of Wands. There is some information that's more than likely coming from outside sources or outside the country sources that are going to implicate him in something. Then we will be talking about him for a good 2 weeks like we did Gates, because it's going to start something new and it's going to be huge because it's going to cause a major change. It does have something to do with sneaky collaborations and sneaky money, dark money, all that, all the stuff that all of them do. It's there, and he's heavily involved in it. Mind you, that is Trump's stooge. If he is in office at the time, he may consider not running for re-election with the Eight of Cups and the Hangman. So there's some self-sacrifice there too. We'll see.
yeah, I'm not sure he ends up in a court battle, but he definitely ends up in a battle in the government. What are you getting, Becca?
I asked, will he be investigated for meeting with Dimitri Firtash? I got a clear yes. There was something here about changing the results for a win. Either mail or records or something to improve their chances of winning. So, but that question was for meeting with Dimitri Firtash.
Yeah, I get there's money news that's going to get him too, and trying to change something. So if that was trying to change the elections, I get like, DOJ or somebody charging in after him, making him anxious, get a big yes on that. And there's others he worked together with on dark money. He gets an offer somehow from the government. So I don't know if they ask him like to leave, but he was definitely trying to manipulate things for the White House. And he's got to go. There's money and bribes and pay for play and all kinds of stuff going on. I just keep getting, he's got to go. He's got to go. Wow. So watch for that to come up pretty soon, because I feel like that's coming this year. So let's look at Ron Johnson. I mean, he's already said he's not running next time, but oh my God, his mouth is just unbelievable.
I'm surprised he hasn't walked into the Senate wearing his KKK hood at this point. Like, he's so disgusting. So what's the question?
Is he going to get drawn into an investigation? Because he went to Russia back in, I think that was in 2018 when all those guys went over there.
I've seen a meme on Facebook. It said you can breathe in this, and it had the KKK hood, but you can't breathe in this, and then it had the surgical mask. You won't wear the mask for COVID, but you'll wear that mask for your little rally, won't you? I poked holes in my sheets parade.
Ronnie Johnson.
He's going to be questioned. The thing is, these are the type of people you have to force to come in to talk to, but there is something that he doesn't want to give up. There's some information here, but they are going to ask him, and it might be a subpoena. If they enforce the subpoena, he'll go in and talk, or it'll be one of those "I ain't coming," and then they just say, "Okay, well, we tried" type of deal. There's also an imbalance with something to do with children. I don't know if there was some sort of bill he was supposed to be fighting for. Thank you, Laura. That had something to do with kids in his district or home state. But there's something here with children, or there's some sort of money for children, whatever the case may be. It's at an imbalance. There is also a very big check that he got from Donald Trump's campaign. And that might cause some trouble.
Where did the money come from?
Because it may be a conflict of interest or something, but it's like a very, it's something you can't ignore size check. That's what I get though.
I get something similar. Like he's very anxious about some big money and something that he's covered up. And also something to do with the insurrection. So something that he supported regarding the insurrection that also he gets dragged into. Things are getting ready to change for him because I feel like somebody's going to bring him in really, really quick because he's like a money man in something. He's going to get burdened legally, put in defense mode. I get lawyer up, bud. It's coming for you. And then it's moving in on Trump. It's another way of circling the wagons on Trump.
I get a yes, something that was classified or some sort of a project that they were working on that gains a lot of energy and gets illuminated within his entourage. So I don't know if this is tied to Devin Nunes or the insurrection or Rudy Giuliani, but it's an entourage of people, a very close-knit group, and something that was classified or a project that they were working on that comes to light. So.
Wow. Who else went on that trip to Russia? I can't even remember now.
There was like 14 of them?
Yeah, there was a whole bunch of them.
On the 4th of July.
Oh, the irony.
Yeah.
Ted Cruz, did he go? Rand Paul went with them or went over a few times, I know. Ted Cruz, I can't remember if he went.
The fat Wolverine, is that what they're calling him now? That's just gross.
What profits a man to gain the whole world and lose his only soul?
Yep. Couldn't have been said better, Johnie.
Barr had, when he was in private practice, one of his clients was Alpha Bank, which is, the Russian-owned bank. So are Trump, Putin, or Trump, Giuliani, and Barr extensions of the Russian mafia? Or working with the Russian mafia, I should say. Barr's got a book deal. I'm like, just sit down and shut up. Nobody wants your book.
How I Ruled Bedrock. Is it Bedrock? Is that where Flintstones is from? Oh, gosh. Extensions of extensions. There's your Putin there. And then there is the opportunity there with the Ace of Pentacles. It's kind of, well, yes is the answer to the question, but how do they put it? The FBI said foreign agent or agent assets or something of that nature, to where, yes, It's like there's Putin, then people, Donald Trump, and them down in here. So it's like it's kind of like the way Donald Trump does it, to where I'm not going to pay you directly for whatever it is you're doing. You pay for it, and then I'll give you, a check for no reason type of thing. But yes, to answer the question.
I get it. I get a yes too. I got Russia right on the bottom, and like they worked hard for them, but when they were in the White House, big fat yes, constant communication. The challenge is to end it now, because they worked with this foreign leader, steady money involved in secret, and also I get the kids involved. They were also trying to bully Biden, trying to find a way to bully him during the elections. But something is getting ready to manifest on this. There's going to be a lot of questions asked within our government and our courts on this, because something is getting ready to move in on this. Thank you, Caroline. Wow. What are you getting, Becca?
Trouble ends for the family, or trouble ends for property. It's kind of saying no, but I'll believe it when I see it, because if I read it as trouble ends for property, well, it was Russia that bailed him out so many times with his real estate, right there. And this is also entourage, so. But that would just be Donald Trump. That wouldn't be William Barr Giuliani, because this is more like property and real estate. So maybe Trump. I'm not sure about the other two. So
will the DOJ look into the Bank of Cyprus, which Wilbur Ross was chairman of the board for them for a while? They did a lot of Russian money laundering. Will the DOJ be looking into the Bank of Cyprus at all in these investigations? I got a leaky pen tonight. I keep getting ink all over my fingers.
I threw mine away. It was a fountain pen, though.
I get they'd like to, but they can't get them to cooperate.
I'm going to say yes, but I also get that they sue the Biden administration or something of that nature. With the Five of Pentacles and Joe Biden and the Five of Swords, that they feel as though they're being bullied or picked on or something of that nature. And that's possibly by the DOJ or whoever's running that investigation. But there is an investigation there by the Hermit. It ends in the Moon and the Ace of Cups. So, but it's not them particularly. It's kind of like banking transactions from people in Trump and Trump's orbit, Mazars and all Deutsche Bank and all them people. So I'm gonna get a yes that they will be investigated.
Yeah, I feel like it's going to take a while though, and I've got the Hangman on the bottom. Like it's going to take a long time. I end with a yes card, but it takes a lot of bullying and stuff to get them to cooperate, because they stand strong against the Justice Department here. Because there's oligarchs they're protecting. I started out with no's and cover-ups and trying to get all the details about how the steady money flowed through there. They hold it very close to their chest. It just takes a while to get the yes. They got to find some leverage over them to get them to cooperate. What are you getting, Becca?
I get a no. It's too difficult and too painful. There's too many different avenues that it's a maze. It's too difficult. I get a no. Hey, Bubs, what you doing?
Bubbies.
You see his nose? There he is. You see his big nose?
That's all we ever see is his nose. India and COVID, are things going to improve this summer? I kind of want to put a time frame on it. Biden is sending some aid. I'm sure other countries are too, but it's a disaster. Are things going to improve for India this summer? Thank you, Desiree.
I get no. It starts with the sun. But it has the 5 of Cups crossing it. There is a show of promise or a show of a promising show of improvement, but no. It takes a setback here with the Page of Swords, the Knight of Pentacles, and the 7 of Pentacles, and the Page of Pentacles. And the Judgment lets me know that it's going to take a minute. This may be fall, but it may even be fall of next year type thing.
What are you getting, Becca?
I get that a woman in government gives them a gift. That's what I get.
I get it. It's gonna, there's something fishy going on there around some of the vaccines, but I get it's going to take a while, to block COVID here. I get a no card. It's the challenge is to change things fast. That's the challenge. They can't it's going to be a really rough summer where people are just going to have to work at defending and protecting themselves and isolating themselves, getting into quarantine. I do see working steadily on quarantining to try to make people understand the importance of it, and being stuck in their homes, but I don't see improvement during the summer. So I think it's going to take a little longer, guys. So Biden says he'd like to see the U.S. return to normalcy by July 4th. Will we? I mean, normal as far as being able to get out a little bit, be around people, even if we still have to socially distance a little.
I mean, they're having concerts and baseball games and all kinds of stuff still.
I still can't imagine going to a concert with a crowd of people or something like that. Going and watching fireworks, you can kind of separate, from other people to do that, or sit in your car and watch.
I get no. This is my card for COVID, the 5 of Pentacles, my card for disease. It's still here. It's still a burden. It's not necessarily just COVID spreading. It's more of a getting everybody on the same page type thing with the 6 of Wands and the Lovers. You can go wherever you want, but you do still need to put a mask on. And you can't get everybody on that page, let alone the vaccine page. So it's not normal, but it does look a lot better than we were a year ago, or this time, during the other administration. But yeah, we do have some improvements though. So this is not a doom and gloom thing here with the Page of Wands and the Temperance and the Nine of Pentacles. We are in a secure place to where the numbers are not going to get worse per se. I mean, they're still going to go up because people are still going to contract it, but we're not going to see, a million plus per day type thing. So we are going in a very good direction. It's just, there's still a lot of work that needs to be done on the citizenry when it comes to COVID, not necessarily even the COVID part. It's just the people involved in it. Some choose to not want to be on the same page with the rest of us. So that's our hurdle we need to get over right now.
Yeah. What are you getting, Becca?
Yeah, but the results are going to be uncertain because there's still something airborne out there, bad weather. So perhaps loyalist here to Trump or Fox News or whatever, and they're uncertain about the results, or they don't trust the results. They don't trust that, it's out there. I mean, it's what I get.
I mean, I get the good news card because I get two big change cards like that Biden has brought, that people will be able to travel again, like road trip, if you want to go see people. But there's still, the challenge is there's still some treachery out there. So, people aren't accepting that you still need to wear a mask and get the vaccine. But things are securing up for business people. I see a lot of them reopening here and climbing to higher ground after being burdened. So there'll be a lot of celebration on that, businesses reopening. But I do get, yes, like a little bit of return to normalcy, but we need to watch out for, sudden breaks again with COVID coming through again. And I think that's because we still have half the country that's not getting vaccinated. I was laughing. I was watching that YouTube channel, Huff Paranormal. If you guys ever watch it, he communicates through a spirit box to spirits on the other side. And he had one the other day where a lady's sister was telling her through the spirit box, get the vaccine. It was like, yeah, even spirits telling you, get the vaccine. Wow. Let's see. There's talk about single parents getting monthly stimulus checks. Will that go through?
Originally, what I heard was there was a child tax. Well, the fortune pops out. So I think so. There was a child tax credit or child something credit that they were putting into the stimulus to where starting in the fall or like August, somewhere around in there, you were supposed to get like $3,000 total is what you were supposed to get. And we got what, $1,400. So they owe you like $1,600, but you were supposed to get that in little drips and drops per month or something like that.
Yeah, I do know like it was 3,000, but if the child was under 6, it's like 3,600.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's because like daycare costs more. Like if you have a young toddler, that costs more. So they're trying to give some release.
IRS just sent me a letter saying that we have approved a stimulus for $1,400. And mind you, I got this like 2 days ago. I'm like, I got the check like 3 months ago. So,
yeah. I think they're just because I got one of those letters too. Like if you didn't receive it, reach out here. I think they're trying to make sure everybody got it.
Send me another one. I seen a Twitter post. You don't have to be the government to send me $1,400, just so you know. Say whoever you are. You just want to send me $1,400, you go right ahead.
Artie's back.
Well, Wheel of Fortune came out again, and then the Six of Pentacles. There is some personal fights on some levels that some people may need to, because mind you, the way it was like last time is if you recently filed your taxes, then they had your information and they sent your stuff on. If you do not have a direct deposit saved with the IRS, then it took longer because they had to send you a check. Whatever the details are, there will be some conflict there. But yes, it is still going out to some who qualify. The problem is just nailing it down and getting it and all that type of stuff.
Yeah, I'm getting 2 months, like 2 months out for some reason. Working together on this, like there's something they're waiting on, and I'm getting the number 2, like something's blocking it for a couple of months because I got the change and the new inspiration. I get that Wheel of Fortune too, but there is hope here. So and repeating something, with the Judgment card here, there's hope. But I think it's 2 months out. What you getting, Becca?
I get that the conservatives are going to switch this conversation and use it to manipulate. They're going to use it for tactics.
Wow. So we haven't looked at Mike Pompeo in a while, and I've had people asking me repeatedly in the questions to look at Mike Pompeo. Mike Pompeo, is he going to get brought up on any of investigations here?
Can I say too, I don't mean this to sound mean because this is not a criticism. This is just, it helps us when we do the questionings. If you could, when you ask for a reading about a certain person, if you could ask a question with it instead of, hey, where's Mike Pompeo?
Yeah, what's
up? I guess. So like put a question with it, or not just, hey, he's been quiet, where is such and such? Give us like a question we could ask to.
Yeah. Especially if they've been out of the news for a while and they're laying low. So what's up with Mike Pompeo? Is he going to get investigated? Man, I got the big furry beast on the table again. I'm sorry to keep doing this to you, Artie. Get behind me. Yeah, I'm going to start calling this circling the wagons. The 3 of Cups keeps popping up.
There's some financial lookings. Naturally, everything's always about stinking money. But the 6 of Pentacles and the Hangman, there is some sort of sacrifice one made on behalf of a country. Mind you, isn't he not? I think he's personally sanctioned by China or something like that. There's something else to that, financially speaking. The 7 of Cups and the Page of Swords. His name can come up, but I don't see them pinning nothing down just yet. So I don't get an investigation, or I don't get a yes or no. This is like maybe in the future something could happen, but as of right now, I don't get a whole lot on him.
I get something eventually that he's going to get burdened by. Right now, they're just kind of watching, but they're circling the wagons here. There are investigators asking questions about some money that was gotten through the government. So he is going to get burdened eventually, and I think his wife too, who's sitting pretty financially, they're eventually going to get burdened by the courts for something they manipulated. But it's it's something they worked together on, and it's big gifts of money, and it went on for a long time. So he's eventually going to get stabbed in the back. It's just going to take a while. What you getting, Becca?
I got a yes for lies and thievery and corruption as that was part of an organization or a network of people or some sort of a party. So yes.
He will get his comeuppance. We just got to be patient. Trump's moving to New Jersey. Why not New York? Why is he going to New Jersey? Is it his mafia connections with the New Jersey mafia and the Philadelphia mafia? Why doesn't he want to go to New York?
He's scared of black ladies.
He knows they hate him in New York. But why New Jersey? You're going to have to pay more taxes there than in Florida. Why not just buy another house in Florida that, Florida doesn't have state income tax? I was kind of surprised he didn't say Texas, that he would move to Texas.
He's not. Cowboys don't do it for. He doesn't like rednecks and hicks. He likes, country club people and people who front, but they got a bunch of money. I get that he kind of has to. With the Knight of Cups and the Six of Pentacles, there is some sort of offers of money, very, 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 very attractive offers of money, steady money even with the Six of Pentacles, but it's kind of not completely up to him. This is something he has to do with the Four of Cups and the Seven of Pentacles. You have to go back to the place that you owe to. The Six of Swords is not Six of Swords. Six of Cups is that nostalgia. So going back memory wise, there's something or someone there that he may be afraid of, because as we know, he's not big, bad, and tough as he talks. He is a chicken hawk, so he does just make a lot of noise. Thank you, Cindy. And so I think he has to. Seven of Cups and the Moon in this is something deeper than just I'm running for president. This is a lot deeper than just that. I think he has to.
I think he has to too. And I think I'm wondering if it's for health reasons too. Like the family's pressuring him to go there. I get like he's moving quick. And I've got the healing card, on the bottom. Like he's going quick. His challenge is to have strength. So I'm wondering if he's got a health issue. Because something has changed, and I wonder if he's gonna go under the knife, like have surgery. He's got to go really, really quick. I get like he's stuck because he may be ill. Heart issues. But his family's the one that's talking to him. Like they're pressuring him.
Well, ain't that sad?
What are you getting, Becca?
Health.
Are
There's
you
something suspicious that is persistent, and there's something that is routine in his health, quite possibly to do with arteries, and that's why he's moving. It's health related. Let me see. Hold on. Oh no, it's these. Okay. Yeah, for his health to improve. Stable achievement in his health because it's improved, but there's something suspicious there that's routine. like routine work that he needs. But what's weird is I don't see a hospital or anything.
Could be a
Yeah.
doctor's office, get that orange pumped into his skin.
Yeah, it's like routine checkups or something routine for his health, or something that needs to be routine for his health. With several areas here with crossroads after it, but health-wise, this would be arteries. This is legs. Anything with the legs, and circulation. So I don't know. But me thinks it's helpful.
Maybe getting blood clots or something in his legs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I get heart or circulatory also with that Three of Swords.
Well, let's do health reading.
Yeah, I was gonna say we do them on him all the time, but let's do another one. See what's up. Because something changed, like in the recent past, something has changed in the last few weeks. Something that runs in the family. It's inherited. So if there's heart issues or circulatory issues that run in the family.
I just thought of something too. Not only that, but it's because he's close to somewhere where he committed fraud in the elections, and that investigation is growing. I just thought of that too, based on that.
He's definitely got neuropathy in his hands and feet, cold hands, cold feet. That's circulatory. And this is something that's come on suddenly. He may have even fallen recently, taken a stumble. Seems to be affecting his kidneys also. He's not thinking clearly.
Has he ever?
Yeah, he's taken a fall recently. He stumbled and fallen. Drinking. Maybe take him into rehab. Doing blood work on him. And maybe some beginning signs of dementia, but his balance is affected. Yeah, something has changed in his blood. What y'all getting?
I get gastrointestinal. You know, I always get heart problems, of course, but right now I'm getting gastro and intestinal. There is something, how do you even say it? It's not experimental. It's not a procedure he's had before, and it's not a common procedure everywhere. It's kind of, I'm going to say experimental, but it's not an experiment. They've done it before, but just not for him and other people. But it costs a lot of money. There's also something that's causing an infection because I get heating up. So I get that whatever it is causing a fever, but it's in this area. So he's either having an ear thing, or he's having a tooth thing, or he's got some sort of fever, something infection causing a fever too. But I think it might be it's in this area though. It's like an eye or a tooth or an ear or something like that. Yeah, be all of it, all that's connected. That's why you have ear, nose, and throat, because all that's connected.
Yeah.
That's what I get though.
What you getting, Becca?
His family's worried about him improving, but there's improvement there. But I did a box spread. It ends in this. He's sick, or he will be sick. I got heart, so improvements with heart, back, kaput. but it's also it looks like health because he does have something going on with his health here according to this. If I follow the last diagonal or the last vertical, it says that there's no improvement to his health, to his heart health specifically. Okay. But when I look at it the other way, it says that his heart is stable. And I got Fox here too. So it's like there's something going on with his health, but this is also a strategy.
Is it a cover up? They're going to say it's his health, but it's not really.
Yeah. Because the top line shows his health improves. This right here, there's something here that the family is worried about, or there's a loss here, but there's improvement here. The next row, or the family is losing something. This could be losing family, losing property. Okay, but then there's improvement here. All right, and then this row here says that it's strong and stable. His heart is strong and stable this way. But it's something else going on. It's like, yeah, there's something going on, but it's a sneak around almost, sort of, if that makes sense. It's like, oh, shit, sorry. Oh, crap, you caught me trying to steal the elections. Look at me, I'm sick. I can't possibly, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I can't justify. I always said he'll fake illness and lunacy, to get out of jail.
Mm-hmm.
Johnie, let's do your question on Fox versus Dominion. I almost forgot it. I wrote it down at the bottom.
Newsmax has just settled with Dominion. I don't know for how much, but everybody said Dominion's voting machines is what caused the swing in the election, that it was all rigged and blah, blah, blah. And Dominion, defending their reputation, went and sued everybody under the sun. So they sued Fox News, they sued Newsmax, ONN, and they sued all them other people. So Newsmax has just settled that lawsuit and issued an apology to Dominion. So Fox News, are you next? Will you settle with Dominion, or will you win against Dominion? I mean, if one person just lost, you would think they are next in line because you basically said the same thing about them.
That's right. And by settling, that's like admitting guilt, and that sets a precedent in the court system. Fox News. Are you going to settle out of court?
Dominion will be $1 billion company by the end of the day. Well, that's all these little settlements going on. Yes, for Pinnacles, I think there will be a settlement here. They're not going to get billions, but there will be a settlement here. It will feel like one company has the advantage. The other one is going to have to tuck tail and run, which is very interesting with that two of wands. Usually shows a person not moving, but this is like a little rowboat running away. There's the devil, Page of Cups. So this will be, it will sort of be a surprise, but I'm psychic, so I'm telling you now. You will see the devil come to his knees on this one, and the star. So good luck for the future. Yes, they will have a settlement from Fox News too.
I get yes too, because Dominion's going to climb to higher ground here. It's like this has been going on for a while, and you're stuck right in the middle of it. You backstab Dominion. They're starting to get a little different perspective now that Newsmax settled. I'm like, here's an offer. It's a little like, take your pick. Like how is this enough? Let me offer you all the jewels on the table and everything. Here's a big fat yes card. They've got to negotiate for it. But I get that there will be an offer, but I'm like, we're going to return to this again, because investigators are going to be asking questions of Fox News about the work that they did, the treachery that they did, and how they tried to break up the Stop the Steal campaign, how they tried to say, they worked together with this on the Stop the Steal campaign, and the whole Dominion, is crooked and stuff. They're going to get another lawsuit over it's what I'm getting. But this might be a federal one.
I get that. Yeah, they're going to settle and they're going to keep the payment or however big it was hush hush. And I would not be surprised if there's also a change at the top level for who exactly is running this. Because there's a change for a man, that's the executive. Well, I don't know if they're, and this is a man too here. I don't know if this is Rupert Murdoch, but there's one person here that may be an executive who may be moving, and there may be a change in executives and who's running the place. But they do pay, and they try to keep it quiet. Undisclosed. So. I thought that they just got a new executive too, not too long ago. But I could be wrong. I don't like that crash. Brain poison.
Yep.
It's brain poison.
Well, our viewers love our readings on ghosts. So, final question: does Trump or Pence get bothered by ghosts who died on their watch? And that could be from any source of death. They've caused a lot.
One of them I'm picking up. There's one that follows. So I think there's an old folklore that says when you drive past the cemetery, hold your breath. You'll breathe in a spirit if you don't. It's kind of like they're with whoever this is. Let me see if the tarot will tell me.
Thank you, Ian.
The childish one. So that'd be Donald Trump. There's one that follows him around. I get the bat and the fox. The bat finds its way wherever it needs to go. It will find a way to find a way. The fox, sly, sneaky. It's with him and he doesn't know it. The snake, it lies in waits. Its adaptability is very strong with the toad, which means it can go in his airplane, it can be in his house, it can be in his bathroom. It's also one of those kind of spirits that I don't know if anybody's ever experienced it. If you look in the mirror and you can sort of see something like almost like it was something there already, and then once you walked in, it like dashed away. It's kind of like that. To where he thinks he's seeing something, but you really are. But he thinks this is mind playing tricks on him. So he's got a bit of a trickster spirit too. And this person means him no good. This is the kind of thing to where if you had somebody that cared for you, they'd run around you with some sage and some good energy. But you don't have that. So congratulations, you are haunted.
Poltergeist. Take him to the light, my friends. Take him to the light.
He's got it.
What are you getting, Becca?
I get, sacrifice a betrayal because of a move. So I don't know if this is someone that may have lost their life and he decided to pull out of somewhere, Syria or something or wherever. But it was a sacrifice and a betrayal.
Yeah.
The move. So
I get there's one that's got some questions for him, like you, why'd you do this? Why'd you do that? Blah 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 blah. I get there's a trickster one also. I get there's one that they come to him mostly at night. I get there's one that It's like, why did you turn your back on us? Why did you turn your back on us? But I get there's a whole network of them. They may be bothering his children also, and Melania coming to them. It's like a steady, yes, and they're doing things to get attention. They're moving things around, getting attention. I also get their spirits supporting Biden. So that's nice. So like if someone passed from COVID and they see all the wonderful work Biden's trying to do, like there's some that are supporting him also from the other side.
It says, why won't Trump be allowed to go to hell? Because Satan has standards.
That's true. I think when he dies, he's going to just go into a black hole.
Just wander around.
Mm-hmm.
His vibration ain't high enough to get to where he needs to be, so he'll probably just wander the dark. Sad.
I just want, like, what would be the one question God would ask Trump?
Who are you again?
Learn how to hold the Bible upright.
At least.
If Trump could hear him talking to him, what would be the one question God would ask him?
Him and his angels from Africa right now. What are you doing here? Six of Swords. Yeah. Now, mind you, this is godly entertainment purposes only. But it's like, what are you doing here? There's the Hermit. There's the Six of Swords. It's like, you are to be alone. That's where you were meant to be. You're in timeout. What are you doing here? Good day. Good day to you, sir. Three of Swords, too. and the Three of Swords even looks like a person being flung from heaven, doesn't it? There's a hand in it and everything.
With lightning bolts.
There's a hand pushing him out of heaven.
What are you getting, Becca?
Well, my cards are nice, so I'm going to say something bad. So it says that when he goes to visit heaven here in the celestial, God is wise and loving and friendly. He forgives. He's good-hearted. So since God's not going to say, I'm going to say, why were you such an a-hole? Because God's going to be real nice. So
I start out on the bottom with the magician. From heaven to earth, I gave you all the tools. You had all the tools to do with whatever you needed to do. And you came in, to power in the White House, and you had supporters, and you had everything you needed, and you just, bam, had to create all this chaos. So I get there's a little judgment going on here, judgment and justice over especially the handling of COVID, burdening people and backstabbing people. He's like, I was watching, but he is forgiving.
And mind you, in the Bible, God is a philosopher. When he asked Cain who killed his brother, where's your brother?
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
So that's the first thing he's going to ask Donald Trump is, why are you here?
Mm-hmm.
Explain.
And then Orange One will say, I'm here to play golf. I heard you had the best golf. And God's going to take out his little notebook and write, note to self.
Uh-huh.
I made another mistake.
You go while people were dying.
And not just that, made people suffer at the border. It's not just what we've seen in our 4 years. He's got a history of this stuff. It's like, Maybe next time you'll come back as a cockroach for like the next 2 million years to see what it feels like. You know, pay off that karma.
In a house where they splat him really quick.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys. Thank you for all the super chats, and thank you to the moderators tonight. Thank you again for all the donations to Humane Society. We'll be on Becca's channel, House of Lenormand, next Sunday, same time. We'll post on Saturday or Sunday for questions. So anybody wants to give us questions, I've still got a bunch of questions from Friday night and from tonight we didn't get to. So I'll try to go live sometime during the week and see if I can get to a few questions.
Mhm.
And Becca's going to try to do some grand tableaus, and Johnny's going to try to go live. So we'll just surprise you when we're live. Look
I
for
need to do another walk, but I always want to walk in the middle of the day, and then everybody's live in the middle of the day, so I never do.
Just go
But
walk.
we'll see. But I'm going to go live anyway.
We're your pets.
for your pets. Take us for a walk. Well, good night, everybody. Thank you for joining us.
Bye.